Good morning, everybody. This is day 2 of my chess tournament in Mallorca, Spain. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not so much good morning because it's actually 1 p.m. right now. I woke up, I went to breakfast, I had some waffles, and then I just went to bed again and slept for 2 more hours because I was so exhausted after yesterday's game. Now, if you haven't seen yesterday's game, it was a pretty crazy one, but spoiler alert, I ended up drawing a grandmaster, so my brain was completely fried after that game. Now, it's a new day. I haven't checked the pairings yet, but I'm very soon going to be going to a little kids tournament to give away some prizes. They asked me a few minutes ago if I wanted to do that, and I thought, hey, I've been a kid before. I know what it means to have someone who you may look up to give you a prize. So I'm gonna go there. We're gonna see how it goes, and I hope the kids are not scared of me. Nobody would be scared of me, right? I just finished giving away some prizes to the kids and they were so nice, and several of them said that they watched my YouTube channel, which made me super happy. And now I'm sitting having some lunch. I'm having some pasta bolognese. But I'm gonna finish this up really quickly and we're gonna check out the pairings. Let's go. The time has come. It is time to check the pairings. I've literally been walking around the whole hotel today without wanting to see who I'm playing because I wanted to be able to relax in the morning. But now my dad and my mom, they both said, Anna, you know, how does it feel to play against... Don't tell me who I'm playing. I want to check it by myself. So I actually have no idea who I'm facing today. It is right now 3 p.m. The game is starting in 5 hours and it's time now to see who my opponent is. So, all right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there we go. I'm playing against a FIDE master called Maxime Ventura Bolet, and he's rated 2200. Yeah, he's lower rated than my opponent yesterday, but he's still 2200. I have the white pieces though, so that's good. Time to prepare. I got some secret preparation from my dad. Let's see if I can use it. All right, it's 6:20 p.m. now. The game is starting in 1 hour and 40 minutes, and I have finished preparing. I believe that my opponent will play the Queen's Gambit accepted. So when I go d4, my opponent will go d5, and when I go c4, my opponent will capture my pawn. I'm a little bit nervous because yesterday I did a fantastic result drawing a grandmaster, but you know, it would be so amazing if I was able to win today as well. I know that I'm the lower rated, but I just really want to win today. Like that would be, yeah, I really want to win today. All right, I'm gonna go and grab some dinner and I will see all of you at the playing hall when my game starts. Round number 2, everybody, here we go. I just finished my chess game. It was probably one of the closest games that I've ever played, so I'm really excited to show it to you. I'm gonna go back to my room, maybe grab a snack, and I'll show it to you immediately. See you soon. All right, I just got back to the hotel room, and let me tell you something. One of the players in this game had 98% accuracy. Almost a perfect game. So it all started with d4, d5, c4, d takes c4, so the Queen's Gambit accepted. This is what I had predicted that my opponent was going to play earlier today. And the reason I thought he was going to play this was because I've seen him play this a lot. Now, actually, in 2022, I saw him playing some other stuff, but I saw like 10 games with this from 2016, and I thought, you know what, there's a big chance that he actually ends up playing this. Also because my results against this opening are pretty bad, so I was trying to like get into his head and I was trying to come up with what I thought he was gonna do. And so I thought he was gonna do this and I was right about that. So I had prepared quite a bit here, and in this position, I had looked at all of this. We were blitzing out all of these moves, and now c5, this very normal, trying to pressure his center. And now here after castles, I thought he was going to go a6 and start building up on the queen side, but instead he ended up capturing my central pawn. And when he did this, I was kind of surprised because I wasn't expecting him to do this. I thought that this would just lead me to having a nice and comfortable position. Like, I'm typically more scared of my opponents starting to like push me away, because here like everything is very open. So this made me, you know, spend quite a little bit of time thinking over here, but the moves here were very natural, and this looked kind of, you know, like a very standard opening, right? But here I decided to go for this move d5. And the reason I did it was because I didn't want this pawn over here, which is an isolated pawn that has no friends or no pawns protecting it. I didn't want it to keep on staying isolated. So I decided to exchange it, which was maybe not like the most accurate thing to do, but I thought that after all of these exchanges, this would be like totally fine, which it is. This is now a super equal position. Now my opponent was rated 2200, but I knew that, you know, 2200 over the board, it's very different from being 2200 in online chess. 2200 in FIDE rating is very, very high. And it's very difficult to make a mistake against someone of this rating and not lose the game. I mean, it can be difficult. So I was really trying to play as good as I possibly could, which led to me thinking a little bit more during the move. So this, I went bishop f4. I mean, in this position, I literally like spent, I'm not kidding you, 20 minutes deciding between going bishop e3 or bishop f4. I mean, tell me you're a chess player without telling me you're a chess player, right? So I ended up going bishop f4, and then I took his knight. And the reason for it was because I thought that even though I'm giving my opponent the bishop pair, I thought that he was going to have a really bad pawn structure, which is what I wanted. So I wasn't so scared about the bishop pair, but let me tell you, these things are vicious. So knight e5, here I was actually doing totally fine, queen b6, and now I sacrificed my pawn with the idea of capturing his c6 pawn. So he went bishop e6, and this was actually quite nice because if he would now capture this pawn, the idea is that I can take on c6, and if he's not careful now, if he would do something random, I have moves such as bishop d6, threatening the rook and threatening the bishop. So my queen is actually very sneaky over here. So he retreated with the bishop, and then I took on c6. And after the game, he was like, I thought this was a strange move. But, you know, it's actually pretty fine. So he moved the bishop, and I decided to start pushing my pawn. And then after takes, I went bishop d6. So I knew that I couldn't save this pawn, but I wanted to start pushing this one so that my A pawn wouldn't be so weak. If the pawn stays over here, then my A pawn would be very weak. So he moved this rook. I went rook b1, threatening the queen, and I went queen a2, threatening to go bishop d5, threatening both my knight and my queen. So I went for this move, queen f4, which is good, defending the pawn, getting my queen out of the way, and now queen d5 was played. Now this queen is very central here. It's threatening a lot of different things. It's threatening my knight, but it's also just a very good placed piece here. So I wanted to get rid of the queen as soon as possible. So I threatened the queen. Queen moved. I went back thinking, is he gonna take a draw? Are we gonna go for repetition? He thought about it. He looked at me. He looked at the clock, and he said no. Not really, but so he moved the queen up to a6, and I found this move which I thought was really pretty, knight b8, which is threatening the queen from here. And I thought this was really pretty because the knight is not supposed to be on b8. Like, this is not a natural square for the knight. So I had seen ideas like this, and I saw ideas that if something like queen c8, I might have at some point something like queen f3, and the rook is actually trapped here, which is like crazy. So I was really just trying to trap my opponent's rook, and I thought this was, that this was really pretty. So here he went queen c4, we exchanged queens, and I wanted to exchange rooks. Now if we would exchange, I'd be very happy, but instead he went for this move, bishop e6, keeping all the pieces in the game. And it was here, I went h3 just to get some air for my king. Now I went rook b7 because I wanted to prevent him from going bishop e7 and and exchanging my bishops. And now he went a5, which is a good move so that this pawn would kind of stop my a4 pawn from pushing. And I mean, at this point, the game, you know, from both sides have been very accurate. Like, up until this point, I think that both of us have played at around 98% accuracy. Like, the game has been really good. Here I started getting a little bit low on time, and I couldn't really figure out what my idea was, because I didn't want to move my knight, because if I moved my knight, then, you know, the rook would be free, and I thought this was so cool that the knight was here trapping the rook. So I was kind of like, I'm not going to move my knight, it looks too good over there to move it. So here I should have gone rook c1, but here I actually made the first mistake in the game, and that was going rook b1. And this may not look like a big mistake, but it actually is. And the reason for it being a big mistake is because my rook is extremely bad placed here, and this pawn that you're seeing right here is going to become very weak. So my opponent went rook d8, threatening my bishop, and now I'm in a lot of trouble. If I move my bishop somewhere, he's going to go rook d4, and my pawn is just going to be goodbye. I mean, I'm just going to lose it, and then this pawn is going to become extremely strong. So I didn't want to move my bishop because I saw this, and in this position, the only move that doesn't lose pretty much on the spot is going rook d1, which is really scary because you pin yourself, you pin the bishop, and the idea is that after bishop e5, there's knight d7. And this is crazy. I would not have seen this on the board. You know, you can take a moment to pause this and try to figure out why this works, but like, this is a very difficult move to do. Like, even a super grandmaster, he was watching this and it was like, Anna, knight d7 is like really difficult. So yeah, I knew, I didn't see all of that, and here I went for a move that was a really big blunder, and this was my second big mistake during the game, and that was rook b6. I went here because I didn't want to let the rook come in, and I was low on time, but I missed that he has this move, bishop d4, threatening my rook, and now there's nothing I can do to save the rook and the bishop. If I go here, he's going to go bishop d5, my rook needs to move, and I will lose my bishop. So I decided to just give up an exchange. But after I give up an exchange, I'm going to lose this pawn as well. And after a few more moves, pawn pushed and I resigned the game. So it really was just that one instance that just pretty much made me lose the game. This whole idea of going rook b1. And that is what I'm saying, you know, playing against these players, it's tough because you make one mistake and then it's pretty much over. But I'm really happy about how I play the game. My opponent had an accuracy of 98%. I think with my mistakes at the end, I had an accuracy of 90%. But I'm happy with how I played before. It was a difficult position to play for me because I haven't really played this so much. And, you know, I was pretty sad after the game. Like immediately after the game. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. But it's kind of crazy how like someone can be like your biggest enemy for like 5 hours. And then like when you finish the game, like my opponent was so nice. And I was like, you know, we're not enemies. That's kind of what chess does to you, I guess. So yeah, I'm sad that I lost the game, but it's a long tournament and we can still win plenty of games. And I'm just going to try to play my absolute best tomorrow. It is 2:30 a.m. in the morning and I'm super tired, as you can probably see in my eyes right now. So I'm gonna go to bed, but thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for following this journey. I am having so much fun filming this and I love making this type of content. I hope that tomorrow goes better. Please, I really hope tomorrow goes better. I don't want to lose again. But I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much once again and good night.